Unlike intelligence, which is believed to be fixed by most people and through IQ tests, and someone is either smart or not, emotional intelligence, on the other side, is definitely a skill. It's a skill that we can all build. Whether it's about our ability to be more compassionate, our ability to listen to other people, whether it has to do with us being able to love ourselves, to be more self-compassionate. Because the only way for us to learn to be more compassionate and loving to other people is about us having that ability to be more loving with ourselves. Through self-love, we can find forgiveness. We can find that space for us to forgive ourselves for the transgressions that we had. Again, it's the thing that we feel bad about. It's not always that was bad. It's how we feel about the things that we've done, or how we feel and judge how other people have done other things. Through love and compassion, we can find that window that we can pass through and find freedom. Freedom to love ourselves and accept and allow for the things that have happened to just be things that happened in the past. Finding that space is about healing ourselves. It's about opening the door into us being able to move on in life, to, instead of looking our rear view mirror, to actually look ahead to where we're going, to where we want to go, to the things we want to create. In that sense, we create emotional agility, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is also built as a result of us being able to be vulnerable, to be open, because we're exposing ourselves in emotional situations which we find threatening, but instead we open up and we allow that process to take place for a higher good. In that way, when we've opened ourselves and we model the way of being vulnerable and open, we allow others to do the same. We can read others when they're being closed and protected. And by stepping into that place, we can create and nurture a healthier culture that allows communication to flow, that allows us to relate more with people, that allows us to be more empathetic with other people. And all those things are skills. And there are a lot of fears that get in the way. There's a lot of intellectualizing that gets in the way of us being able to build our emotional agility, because instead of us building our emotional intelligence by linking to our emotions, we're getting stuck in our heads. And that is the process that mainly gets in the way. And it's having that ability to be with someone along the way that allows you to explore your emotions. Because that creates emotional mastery, for sure. You're able to see, to identify, to experience, and also overcome that fear and limitation that gets in the way of us feeling emotions. Capping those emotions by using reason. This is something that we often do again and again and again. And it's a way of us protecting ourselves, or creating that sphere, that place where it's safe to do so through a coaching session. And again, it doesn't have to be with me, and it doesn't have to be coaching either. It could be either ways of doing it, but it's about you finding that ability to explore your emotions, identify them, because guess what? The more that you learn about yourself, the more that you learn about other people. There's a lot of assumption in there about who everyone is experiencing, what am I experiencing? Not necessarily. But you will learn more about other people. Just keep that in mind, that the assumptions, you need to be able to pluck them and be able, again, as part of building emotional intelligence, to ask others questions, to be able to understand what they're going through, because we take that assumption away. And lastly, when it comes into emotional intelligence, is our ability to be able to take ownership, to move away from that victim mentality that keeps us down. Take ownership of the things that are happening in our lives. And of course, that takes emotional maturity. And as a result, it creates emotional intelligence.